Hello friends, it's Evelyn here. Welcome back to the channel. I wanted, as always, to take a second to say a huge thank you for your continued ongoing support. I feel like a broken record, but I am just so incredibly grateful and overwhelmed for all of your love, and the response on the video of my two Valentine's dresses was completely crazy, and I'd like to exclusively let you know that yes, there will be a tutorial coming up on the channel very soon on how to create your very own sweetheart dress, so stay tuned for that. This week I wanted to start with just a little snippet of self-love and self-care. One thing that I always say, and that I've said on the channel before, is one of my top tips, which is just to be kinder to yourself with whatever you are doing. And particularly the last few weeks, I've realised that I wasn't really taking my own advice, and I was being really harsh and criticising the content that I was creating, criticising how I was explaining things, and just not being very nice to myself. So I just wanted to remind everyone that the wonderful people that we are and the wonderful love and support that we give to other people, we still need to give a little bit to ourselves too. And I know that's incredibly hard, but I just wanted to send out a bit of post-Valentine's love to all of you and just say, be kinder to yourselves. Lots of love. This week, Luna and I are doing something a little bit different. One of the things that I suffer with, and one of the conditions I was diagnosed with in my very early 20s, was premature menopause, also known as early menopause or premature ovarian failure. It's the same as the menopause that women usually encounter between 50 and 60 years of age. For me, however, it began when I was 21. Now, because it was 30 or so years too early, it means that my body does age and have a few conditions that it shouldn't have until it's much older. And because of this, I made the decision, after a lot of research and a lot of visits to different consultants and doctors and geneticists, that I would begin hormone replacement therapy. And I have been on and off different types of HRT, and my decision was to begin hormone replacement therapy, and I have been on and off different forms of HRT for the last 10 years. And for anyone else who's going through this, I would just say that it is a very personal and subjective decision, particularly because in my case we have a history of female cancers in the family. So I did a lot of research and got a lot of advice about this and made a decision that HRT was right for me. And it has helped massively lessen the symptoms of menopause. I no longer suffer from hot flushes, which are no joke, let me tell you. And my mood swings have also stopped, and my husband thanks his lucky stars for this. So in terms of medically mitigating the effects of my early menopause, I have my HRT, but I was starting to think about other ways in which to mitigate its effects. Hello, baby. And one thing that a lot of my consultants have suggested, which helps not only my early menopause but my other conditions as well, is light weight bearing exercise. This is a real catch-22 because to prevent my other conditions worsening, I need to do weight bearing exercise, but it causes me a tremendous amount of pain and fatigue. So it's one of those situations that you can't do right for trying or not trying. But one thing I have absolutely adored since I was a child is ballet, and it is the perfect form of exercise for me. And thanks to the incredible Catherine Morgan, shout out to you, I absolutely adore you. I have been able to carry on my love for ballet at home. Fantastic. In terms of mitigating the mental health effects of menopause, I also make sure that I'm looking after myself, giving myself time to relax in the week, and I also meditate as well. I'm also really lucky to have some incredible spiritual friends who help me along my journey in every way possible. So a huge thank you and shout out to Amanda, Sue and Carmen. I adore you, my sisters. Thank you so much. In terms, however, of the outward visible effects of menopause, I had noticed that my skin was starting to get much drier and that my hair and nails were much more brittle. So earlier last week, I decided to make an order with the company iHerb and get some supplements and some creams to create a skincare regime to try and help myself mitigate the visible effects of early menopause. So this week I want to take you along with me while I unbox that haul, explain and look at the products I chose and look at a brand new skincare regime, and hope that this also might help some of you out there who are also going through a similar thing. So come with Luna and I now as we look at this new skincare routine. Are you asleep? I'm clearly riveting company. You smell like biscuits. So this is my face currently. I am actually incredibly lucky in that I've never really suffered with spots, even as a teenager. My main issues are that I do have quite a dry T-zone. I suffer with rosacea over my cheeks. And one thing that's going on at the moment is I tend to rub and pick at this part of my face. This is a habit I've had since childhood. Having spoken to my support workers recently, I found out that it's actually a form of self-harm. I used to also hair pull and pick continuously at marks, and I also used to bite my nails right down to the quick, all the skin around them, absolutely awful. That's something that I've actually got over, and these are my actual nails. So this rubbing of this part is actually the last thing that I need to sort of get rid of in that sense, and I'm working really hard on it. I'm not too fussed about my skin itself. I'm quite happy with how it looks, but I do have quite a few pronounced smile and frown lines. I tend to frown quite a lot when I'm in pain daily, so I know where those lines have come from. But I just want to see if I can help plump up my skin, help hydrate it a bit more, and see if these supplements and creams will help me. And to be honest, I also want to do it for a bit of self-love and a bit of self-care. I haven't had a skincare routine for years. In fact, I had one in my early teens and haven't had one since. Shock horror, it's terrible. So there's no time like the present. Okay, so here is the iHerb package. Delivery wise, it was estimated to come within 8 to 13 business days, and it actually arrived in the Highlands of Scotland in 6 business days, which is incredible, especially when you consider this comes from the US. Absolutely awesome. The pricing is also excellent value for money. They are incredibly competitive, and this is even with the new charges we are now paying in the UK because we are out of the EU. How it's packaged, there is no visible damage on the box at all, which is even more incredible considering it has come from the United States. The plan is to give this new skincare routine a try for 3 months, so let's see what I bought. Okay. Seems to really, really well packaged as well, with enough tape to seal the box, but not too much that it takes Einstein to get into it. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so the packing is actually recycled paper, which is absolutely incredible. Well done, iHerb, for helping the planet. We love that. Okay, so the first thing I have is this Advanced Clinicals Hyaluronic Acid Skin Hydrator. And that there. The second thing is this Advanced Clinicals Bulgarian Rose Anti-Aging Rescue Cream. Next, this Youth Theory Collagen Supplement. And finally, 21st Century Biotin Supplement. Now, explaining these choices here actually goes deeper than your skin. So, it's time for a little bit of science. During menopause, our skin loses up to 30% of its collagen in the first 5 years. Yes, you heard that right, ladies, 30%. And since collagen is a protein which builds our bones, skin, hair, our muscles, ligaments and tendons, it's perhaps not too surprising that we ladies can experience more aches and pains and notice a difference in our skin and hair during menopause. Hair loss and thinning is also most likely to be experienced by we women during the menopause. As if hot flushes and mood swings weren't enough, ladies, right? Biotin, also known as vitamin B7, is an enzyme which forms fatty acids and glucose in our bodies, and therefore it's pretty essential to them running nice and smoothly. But studies have also shown that it can have benefits relating to hair loss and thinning in menopause as well. On to the plan. So each morning when I take my HRT, I will also take the collagen and biotin supplements. After washing my face in the morning, I will apply the Hyaluronic Acid Skin Hydrator. In the evening, after washing my face, I will then apply the Bulgarian Rose Moisturizer. This is the collagen supplement that I purchased. Each tablet is 1000 milligrams of collagen and you take 6 per day. And here is what the tablets look like. Here is the Biotin supplement I purchased. The capsules are 5000 micrograms and you take 1 a day. And here are the capsules in my hand. Hyaluronic acid is an ingredient found to naturally occur in our skin. Sadly, its levels do dwindle with age, so having a hyaluronic acid moisturizer like this in your arsenal can help to counter dwindling levels, which can cause skin to sag. This particular moisturiser has a lovely consistency and is easily and quickly absorbed into my skin. It has a pleasant but not overpowering scent. I'm also incredibly impressed with the amount of product in the containers. They really are full to the brim. Really fantastic value for money. This rose moisturiser has to be my most favourite product that I have ever tried. The smell is absolutely divine. The rose scent is beautiful, and while it's a nice scent, it's not an overpowering scent. I have had moisturisers before where the scent is just too overpowering and I haven't been able to continue using them, but this is just, it's delicious. There's no other word for it. Once again, the consistency is nice and it seems to be absorbed into my skin really nicely and easily, and it just makes my skin feel happy. There's no other word for it. When I put this on my face in the evening, my skin is just singing with happiness. This is a fantastic moisturiser, and if you're in the market for any kind of moisturiser, I would highly recommend this. I have really high hopes for this going forward. So there we have it, a brand new skincare routine that I am going to try my utmost best to stick to. Yes, I'm very riveting, aren't I, Lena? Yes. And I highly recommend iHerb if you're wanting to place an order for skincare or supplements. I'm not sponsored in any way by them, but my experience with them has been absolutely incredible, so I highly recommend them. I'll keep you updated on my skincare journey as I go, but until next week, from Luna and I, take care, goodbye. What are you doing? Kisses. Good.